Can you live in the diaspora and trust people back home to manage your farm? Can you live abroad and trust people to take control of your farm, and they will give you, even if it is 70% result from what you are doing back home? I guess this is the question that so many people abroad are asking, including me. And most times, so many people have been burnt. They have been burnt severally because they invested back home, and at the end of the day, no result. I know if I ask people to drop their experience in the comment section, you will see that you have so many discouraging experiences of working with people back home and then not getting results. So it makes so many people to wonder, can you really trust anyone at home to handle your farm for you when you are abroad? Now, this is a very tricky question. It's a very tricky question because when we talk about trust, trust is relative. Trust is not something you can just wake up and say, okay, I trust this person, I do not trust this person, and all that. But if I'm going to answer this, I will tell you the answer to this is yes. I always like to share my story. I always like to share my story so that you can see personally from my story, because I've actually gotten lots of this story and lots of these experiences managing things. Now, how am I trying to build back my farm even though I live abroad? How am I handling the trust issue? I always like to talk about collaboration. In my video that I told you about how I would do things differently if I'm to start my farm again, if you can remember, I told you about collaborating. I told you about collaborating, that instead of competing, you should think about collaboration. Now, how can you collaborate in order for you to still run your farm successfully and not have many issues? You are going to have some issues because you are working remotely. You are probably you want to start up now and then maybe join the farm later, retire later and go back to Africa to continue the farming, or you want to just create employment for people in back home. You are not interested in going back to retire there, but you want to create employment, you want to create a job, you want to create a business back home that you call your own. So look at what I did. I partly talked about it yesterday. What I did is that when the farm was a little bit shaky, I saw that most of my departments, like sections, were already closing down, and I do not have enough fund to run them. I've already promised myself that, see, I'm not gonna collect money from anybody again to run agric business. So I approach some people that I know that they want to start up a farm, but they do not, either they do have the money to build their own farm, or they want us to test the waters first to see whether farming is really for them. So I sell the idea to them. They were a group of civil servants. The first of them was a regional manager of a bank. He is a regional manager and he resides in Lafia, because it was no longer time for social media farmers. It was no longer time for people that lives in Abuja or Lagos and want to partner or farm with me in Lafia. No, it have to be those that are on ground. You have to make a commitment to also come to your farm. Even though you have a help in the farm, you have to come and see your product and see how day-to-day activities are running, even if you cannot make it to come every day. So the regional manager bought into my idea and said, Simeon, hold this. Am I going to give you money to farm for me? That's easier for me. I say, no way. I'm not going to collect a dime from you, okay? I'm going to rent a space of my farm. I'm going to teach you what to do. And you are going to start farming, okay? You are going to employ real farm attendant to your own. You are going to be, I'm going to share my reporting template with you, how they will report to you on WhatsApp. I'm going to share virtually everything, my book for you, my finances, so that you see how you can also track your expenses. You can also track your, income. I always like a 2-column cash book, because as farmers, we do not need to make our cash book like the accountants, plenty grammar, because anything that is not simple is hard for you to keep on doing it. Anything that is not simple, you will find it very hard to keep up with it. So if, for those that are in my mentorship group, or those that I'm going to be sharing the template with you, is part of what we'll be doing. And also the WhatsApp reporting template is free of charge. I'm going to be sharing it with you when you join the group. So I said, oh, you are going to be doing this. You are actually going to be a farmer. You are not going to be giving me money. You are not going to be giving anybody money. And except you are not in town, maybe work take you out, please, you do not have a reason not to visit the farm at least 3 times in a week. He agreed and he ventured. The second person I got was the only plastic surgeon we have in our place. So he always loved agriculture, and he joined. He was so happy. In fact, right now, I was discussing with him yesterday, and he told me that he makes more from the farming business than being a consultant. He's a consultant right now. He's not just a resident medical doctor. He's a consultant, but in his few years, 1 year, 6 months now of farming with us, he's making way more money than all the years he has spent in the university, all the years he has spent trying to be, trying to be a big doctor and a consultant. So he is at the farm. So he started very small. He used the system that we preach, the gradual rotational progressive system. So he used it and he started small. Right now he's selling his catfish every month. Every month he's selling catfish, and he's making more than the salary that the government pay him. So after I traveled abroad, accidentally, I now find out it's not that I know, it's not that I was intelligent enough to know that this method is going to help me in future. It is when I traveled abroad, I now say, wait a minute. Do you know that I have cracked one of the way in order not, this might not be the perfect way, but it might be something that we are not thinking about. Guys, let's think about this way. The regional manager and the doctor is at the farm right now. They are doing catfish. And I want to start up my catfish right now. We have enough pond for everybody. And even if it is not enough, we have a 19,000 capacity. Even if it is not enough, we are going to be adding more of those ponds. Money is not an issue when it comes to them, because if they don't have enough pond and they want to progress, they can still add more ponds at the farm according to the agreement we have. So I now find out, I say, see you, do you know that these doctors, this manager, and maybe if I decide to add other people to take the pig section, the poultry section, the gari section, the goat section, do you know that these people are like my board of directors? These people are like directors in the company, informally, even though they are not registered in CAC as part of the owners of the company. These people are my eyes on ground. These people also have the same dream with me. They are not at the farm to eat me. They are at the farm to make a profit. And one of the way they will be happy is, even if I'm abroad, they will be happy for me to start off my own. They will also be showing me some of the method, local method that they are now using in their own, because I'm not on ground. They will also be sharing their markets with me. That is the contact of people to buy. You know, these are basically not people I pay salary. These are big men. These are big farmers like me, and they are in my project. So it is easy. I share CCTV with them. We are installing CCTV at the farm as I speak right now. And the CCTV have 5 users. That means 5 people can view it at the same time. So these people have access to CCTV just like me. If there's anything I miss, the other doctor won't miss it. The other banker won't miss it. And others that will subsequently join us in other section, because I want everybody to stick to one section. I want everybody to do just one thing at the farm. If you want to do other thing, you can. You can go rent another space and continue that other thing in that other space. So let now bring it back to you. Can you trust someone to run this thing from you? Most of us that are built farm, can you consider this model that I just said? I know you are a big man. You have money. You have acres of land, and you just want to be alone doing it. But let me tell you, one of the secrets to running a big business is when you run businesses with others. I'm not saying you people should combine money to buy anything. It's still your farm. But can you allow other people to also have a share, a share in the farm by having a section that you build and rent it out for maybe a small money? Do not put your eye on how much the person is going to be paying you for that section. It might be a young graduate that just graduated that want to start a farm. He might be the one that you rent that space to. He will be so happy that he has a space in your farm that is growing, but it's also like a part of director in your farm because he's watching what other people are doing in your farm. It can be also your friends that want to go to farm, who want to start his own farm, that you can also put, that is on ground. Please don't be in diaspora and 2 people in diaspora are doing the same thing. Someone should be on ground. Someone should be on ground, and the person on ground can have his own space. You understand? The person on ground can have his own space. Another way for you to do it, now that's number 1. Another way that you can actually get people is to have a co-founder. You see, Africans don't believe in co-founders. They don't believe in sharing equity with no one. They believe that it's better for me to be my business. Papa Emeka farm, Simeon Odi farm. Nobody wants to have a co-founder. You are the money man. You are the one with money. You can get a co-founder that is into the operation. That is your COO. If you are the CEO and you have a COO operating on ground, I think it can also help you. It can also help you go far, because the operating officer is the manager and is the one on ground, and you people share equity. You people share equity. Maybe at the end of the day, you people share 80-20. Whatever profit we make at the farm, we share 80-20 with you. So when they look at it, they will be motivated to come in, because they are not on salary. They are actually on benefiting real time from the profit that is made from the farm. So these ones might say, okay, see, I'm going inside, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it big. Okay? Now, another way that you can do this if you live abroad, so that if you're having trust issues, see, you need to have these trust issues, because so many people have been beaten by agriculture. So many people have lost serious money from agriculture. So another way you can do this is you. I normally like to blame myself sometimes. The reason why I blame myself sometimes is that sometimes I am the reason why some things went back. Sometimes I am the reason. You know, we find ourselves blaming others And we forget to also blame ourselves that we also did not do well in this venture. We don't tell ourselves the truth. You, a one-time president of Nigeria, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, said something, and I agree with him. He said, stealing is not corruption. I was like, why will a president be saying something like this, that stealing is not corruption? Not until I read from his book, in order to, because there was a whole lot of backlash when he said that. When I read from his book, I now find out why he said stealing is not corruption. If you do not tackle the areas where people steal from you in your organization, they will continue to steal from you. And even when you employ good people, in your organization that was supposed to serve you for a long time, serve the organization for a long time, and maybe even stay with you for 30 years, but because you allowed a whole lot of loophole in your business, those good people might also become bad. Those good people, you might also lose them because your organizational structure allows those loopholes. So that stealing might be you that caused it. So now let me explain. If you are living in the diaspora and you want to get people to manage your farm, please consider having a good reporting system. Consider having a good reporting system. A good reporting system is going to help you to tackle most of the problem that you are facing. A good reporting system. Have a WhatsApp system. Now, let's assume you are in the diaspora now and you want to open up a farm. Imagine you that is working in the diaspora. You know how it is here. Even if you are a cleaner, you have to write a report. You have to log in. You have to log out. If you are a carer, every 1 hour you have to write a report on the residence activity. You have to write this. You have to write it in the accident activity. Like, report is part of you. Reporting is part of you. You have to also incubate that mindset to your workers that you need reports. Okay? A simple WhatsApp template is okay. The only person that needs an Excel 2-column cash book is you, the owner, because that is where you see your profit and loss. But the other activities of the farm, should be seen. The other activities of the farm should be done through WhatsApp template. Through WhatsApp template, you just they send it every day. Every day they send it on or before 7 or 8 p.m. They should send you that template. That template is what you use. See, after 21 days, it becomes a habit for them. At first they will resist it. But if you show them that, if you do not show, not that you just send that template anyhow, you have to be very thorough. That is the worker, have to be very thorough with it. So please, I know that you say, village people that are in the village, how will they use WhatsApp and all that? You need to get quality people. You need to get quality people. Please do not turn farming to only working with peasant people that do not know how to use technology. Okay? You will not be operating on the same level with them. And if you are not operating on the same level with them, what happens is that, see, you can lose your money because they are not thinking the same way you are thinking. So you can actually lose your money. So do these 3 things. Try to collaborate with others. Give them a space in your farm. They will be like your eye on the farm. It doesn't cost you anything to give 1 or 2 sections of the farm so that others will join you in this your business. The second thing you need to do is to consider getting a co-founder that will be this operation, the person on ground, at least now that you are not in the farm. And the third thing is to create a good reporting system so that nobody will be able to, cheat you from what you are doing, so that you have a structure that is going to make everything right. If you have not joined my mentorship class, I think you'll be missing, because the class is yet to kick off. I am on the onboarding stage, and I just want to show you daily what we are doing at the farm practically, and also to share some of my reporting templates with you, which you can implement in your farm. Send a message to +23453216310, and I'll see you on the inside. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to this video. I'll see you soon.